So picture this. You wake up, stretch your arms, take a nice deep breath of that fresh morning air, and boom, you immediately start sneezing. It's this super common mystery, right? But honestly, very few of us actually know why it happens. Well, welcome to today's Explainer, where we're diving headfirst into the science behind that notorious morning sneeze. And trust me, it is a completely fascinating story involving biology, genetics, and your body's own hidden defense mechanisms. To really wrap our heads around this, let's talk about our patient zero for today. We'll call him Ravi. Before Ravi could even get the words, "Good morning" out, his whole sneezing routine would kick off. Now, his family, they thought it was absolutely hilarious. His grandmother was literally convinced she had it figured out, always telling him, "It's because you slept under the ceiling fan." And his friend even hit him with that classic punchline, "Man, maybe you're just allergic to mornings." Which, is a pretty great joke, but it definitely didn't help Ravi actually solve his problem. Because for Ravi, this was a massive daily frustration. Every single day, literally like clockwork, he dealt with this 3 sneeze daily alarm clock. Just, ah, ah, ah. The weird part, he wasn't sick. No cold, no nothing. He felt totally fine for the rest of the day. And this whole situation led Ravi to one very specific, driving question. Why does this happen strictly right after waking up? I mean, this wasn't just some random occurrence. It was entirely tied to the literal act of waking up from sleep. So, determined to get to the bottom of this whole shebang, Ravi books a visit with an allergy specialist. And get this, as soon as he explained his morning routine, the doctor just smiled. Apparently, this is a question these specialists get all the time. But instead of hitting Ravi with a bunch of heavy medical jargon, the doctor did something interesting. He just handed Ravi a pillow and asked a really simple question. What do you actually think is inside this? Ravi, stating the obvious, goes, cotton? And the doctor nods and says, well, yes, but also something much, much smaller. Enter our microscopic culprit, dust mites. The doctor explained to a very confused Ravi that these tiny creatures live completely unnoticed right in our bedding, our pillows, and our mattresses. Now, don't freak out. Most people never even notice them, and they're just a totally normal part of our everyday environment. But here's the catch. If you happen to be allergic to them, your immune system essentially mounts a full-blown reaction. The exact moment you wake up, your body just goes right into high alert. Let's break down the exact biological timeline of this reaction, step by step. Step 1. While you're out cold, peacefully sleeping for 6, 7, or maybe 8 hours, all these tiny particles, we're talking dust, pollen, pet dander, and yep, those dust mites, they quietly collect right around your nose. Then, step 2. You wake up, sit up in bed, and naturally, you take these big, deep breaths. Suddenly, your nose detects all that junk that's been gathering all night long. So what happens in step 3? You guessed it, you sneeze. The doctor completely reframed this whole thing for Ravi. It's really not an annoyance at all. It's actually your body's proactive cleaning system kicking into gear. You're sneezing to clear out those airways. Your body is quite literally protecting you. Okay, so Ravi was absolutely amazed by this. I mean, his body was really just doing its job. But then, the doctor throws in this crazy plot twist to our little medical investigation. He looks at Ravi and asks, have you ever sneezed right after walking into bright sunlight? Take a second and actually think about that for yourself, too. Does that happen to you? Because Ravi's eyes just went wide, and he immediately told the doctor, yeah, almost every time. The doctor just laughed and explained that this is yet another incredible, completely normal bodily reaction. It's due to something called the Photic Sneeze Reflex. And get this, in the medical community, it's known by the incredibly appropriate acronym ACHO syndrome. Literally, ACHO. For some of us, stepping out into bright light briefly overstimulates the nerve pathways that are wired right into the sneeze reflex, and it's a totally inherited genetic trait. So if your parents happen to sneeze when they look at the sun, there's a really good chance you're going to do it too. Ravi was blown away. The sun can actually make people sneeze, and it is 100% normal. Now, all of this naturally led Ravi to his final and probably most pressing concern. And honestly, it's probably yours too. Okay, so should I worry? Sure, it's super cool to know that dust mites and sunlight trigger this stuff, but is a chronic morning sneeze a red flag for some larger underlying health issue? Like, do I need medication or some kind of serious intervention here? Well, the doctor gave a really clear answer on this. An occasional morning sneeze, or that weird reaction to the sun, completely normal. It's literally just your body's internal cleaning crew doing its job. However, you do want to keep an eye out for what we call red flag symptoms. If your morning sneezing is coming along with super itchy eyes, a constantly blocked nose all day long, wheezing, or fever, or, if these symptoms are actually starting to mess with your daily life and productivity, then yeah, it's a very good idea to go get checked out by a medical professional. That's the line where it crosses from a normal, everyday reflex into a potential medical issue. Since Robbie's symptoms were just kind of mild but super annoying, the doctor left him with 4 incredibly simple, highly actionable habits. Number 1, wash your bed sheets every single week to evict those microscopic guests. Number 2, keep your bedroom as dust-free as you possibly can. Number 3, if you know for sure you're allergic, invest in some allergy-proof pillow covers to build a barrier between you and the dust mites. And number 4, simply stay hydrated. Super simple habits, right? But man, they make a massive difference. A few weeks later, after actually cleaning his room and washing his bedding way more often, Ravi noticed a huge improvement. The morning sneezes didn't vanish completely, but they were way less frequent. He was finally back in the driver's seat. So Ravi was smiling not just because he was sneezing less, but because he finally understood what his body was trying to tell him this whole time. The next time you sneeze right after waking up, don't blame it on bad luck or being allergic to mornings. It's really just your body's incredible defense system doing exactly what it was designed to do from the start. Even a simple everyday sneeze tells this amazing scientific story, which kind of makes you wonder, what other totally normal things is your body doing right this second to protect you that you haven't even noticed yet? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking those questions and keep learning.